Hello, it's Richard Bowser here from Property Investor News, and today I'm in Boreham Wood and I'm talking with Paul Shamplina, a well-known figure on the Landlord circuit and in the media. And Paul is with Landlord Action, but he's also head of property at Hamilton Fraser. So Paul, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Richard.
So Paul, we are going to talk about the thorny subject of evictions. And as you know, government has allowed tenants to have the option of not paying their rent during the coronavirus pandemic since sort of March, April time. And of course, some tenants unfortunately haven't been paying their rent. And of course, the situation is that landlords are finding it very difficult to evict tenants. So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, the government technically didn't say that, but there was a perception that tenants thought that they were going to have a rent holiday.
Yes.
Okay, and that didn't help when the government got the wording wrong. It was a rent deferment.
Yep.
And landlords could have applied to their mortgage lenders and asked for a deferment for 3 months. We've worked in recessions. Okay,
Yes.
I've been helping landlords since 1991. Okay, and we are now in effectively the third recession that I've worked in, and this is totally and utterly unprecedented. I've seen some amazing things that landlords have done with their tenants, working together, empathy, mediation, giving rent deductions, but it's horrendous what is happening. The court shut down for 6 months. Okay, they only started up on the 21st of September. And actually, if you have a problem tenant, okay, and your tenant owes less than 6 months rent arrears, the notice you serve is a Section 8 notice, which used to be 14 days, is now 6 months.
Yes.
Okay, what landlord, what business at this stage where we're at now can afford to take losses if it works out with the new regime, with the new law change that happened literally as of yesterday, when 9 months prior to March.
Yes.
You're looking at 18 months rent arrears as of today's date, and some of those landlords are at that last stage trying to get an eviction date. They're never going to get the money back.
No. And of course, lenders maybe not too sympathetic to the predicament.
Yeah, so I think lenders generally have worked well. I mean, if you can get through to lenders, of course.
Well, yeah.
Interest rates are a record low.
Yes.
We know the days when they were 15%. Richard, we're a bit more mature. But the interest rates are very low, and that's helped landlords out. But, you know, what landlord can afford to not receive rent for 12 months? I had a press release that came out yesterday with this announcement. I've got one landlord, Vanessa, she's owed 24 months rent arrears.
Wow. And
she still hasn't got a property back. It's, dare I say it, a complete and utter nightmare for landlords. We're like landlord Samaritans at Landlord Action, speaking to landlords. And what's happened now is the government have kicked the can down the road. They brought in various different measures to slow things up.
Yes.
And they brought things in on the quiet as well. You know, we had a possession case on a Section 21 case, and I'm sure you're going to ask me about Section 21 soon.
Yeah.
They're now giving 28-day possession orders, where they were giving 14-day possession orders. No one knew about it. We're getting orders for it. They've done it on the sly. It's slowing everything down so we don't have a big rush of homelessness. 2021 will be carnage. I'm sorry to be a bit of a doom and gloom mention, but you don't, you know, and obviously we've had furloughing, which has really helped.
Yes.
Help tenants out and help sustain tenancy.
Sure.
That's why we've supported the National Residential Landlord Association's campaign of tenant saver loans, where if your tenant has been affected by COVID and they've lost their job or furloughing or they're not getting full percentage, then the government lend the tenant the money but pay the direct payment to the landlord, so they sustain the tenancy. But the government are interested. They do it in Scotland, they do it in Wales, but they won't do it in England, because they said, you know what, we've got we're supporting we're supporting 2.5 million tenants in universal credit. That's enough.
Wow.